No, but whatever.
Everybody in.
Is he live on Facebook?
Should we let everybody in?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet? All
That's
right,
it.
let Mary in. So.
Stream.
Going live.
So.
Admit.
You're live, so you can welcome people now.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
David Giller, my beautiful wife,
Eileen
Abrams.
Abrams.
Giller.
And we're so happy to be here and to greet you. And this should be a terrific,
A very special night. Very special
evening.
night, evening, day, wherever you are in the world. Today, it's about Flourishing Code,
Yes.
the amazing work
The new book.
of Mynoo Maryel. And we're very excited because, you know, this is, we're in the same line of work. So we really appreciate everything Mynoo does, really. But, and this is a very exceptional evening because this book is, everybody's going to be reading this book if you haven't yet. So anyway, we welcome you and get ready for an amazing evening. Is everybody in?
Is everybody
Let's see if we have everybody.
Yes, I am. I'm here.
Hi. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Great. Thank you for hosting. And I'm looking forward to our session to see what emerges from it. We are talking about the human miracle, and the session today is titled "It's Your Choice." And I was guided to actually use the Flourishing Code as the book, David. And David and Helene, you are archetypes of other humans who are listening or watching this program. So I'll begin with one of the Flourishing Codes that's in the book. And then I will open it up for any particular questions around well-being that anyone may have, all forms of well-being, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, social, and environmental. And we'll use the book as a guide to us today to navigate how the session will go. Okay?
Fine.
Yes.
Okay, so let's begin. So this one is code number 51, looks like, code number 51. And the code says illness is a matter of choice. Even in times of discomfort, give your cells the instruction to radiate vibrant vitality. Embrace the frequency with a smile and witness your power to step into a state of pristine health as the trigger control is in your hands. That's the gist of this particular code. So let's see. Illness is a matter of choice. It is true that occasionally you may feel unwell, requiring additional rest or possibly fighting off an infection. All of these are passing phases. Remaining ill for a prolonged period of time is a choice you make. Your cellular vibrations hold this choice as an instruction. Even when you achieve complete healing, illness resurfaces in different forms, perpetuating the cycle of ongoing illness. Even in the moment of severe discomfort, you can give your cells permission to become disease free. You can inform them that you have made a choice to fill your cells with vibrant vitality, and any and all vibrations that do not match this frequency may leave with ease and grace. Tune yourself into this feeling of enjoying and embodying vibrant vitality and fill it up with your smile. As you swallow your smile, it reaches into your cells and they too start tuning into this frequency. Do this as often as you can, and you will see yourself stepping out of the diseased arm into pristine health. It is your right as well as your choice. The trigger control is with you.
How beautiful that is.
Wow.
Yeah, I forget. I mean, I'm just reading it thinking, oh, even I forget. There's a lot.
Affirmation that I love to do all the time is just this very simple one-liner. I am in perfect health. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
That's just, as an
Reminder.
ongoing exercise, just to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Great. Great. So in the book, there is also like a transformational journey story of someone who has put this code in action. And then there are some self-reflective questions. So, we still have until the 2nd of August for the books to be downloaded for free on Kindle. That's the amount of time that Kindle or Amazon allows us to have a launch offer for our readers. And then and of course, you're in the US, or pretty much all of you, you can order the hardback in the US quite easily. So what I would say here is what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling as I read this, illness is a matter of choice. So discomfort can occur, but for that discomfort to become an ongoing illness is not necessary. That's not necessary. And we don't have to make it our truth. And in this entire series of the human miracle, one of the things that we have been talking about and anchoring is a remembrance that our human form has 124 trillion cells. And on average, the average age of our cells is about 9 months at the most. So they're all fairly young. And therefore, if certain cells feel discomfort or feel a lack of ease, which is dis-ease, then there are vast majority of the cells in our body actually are disease-free. And what this is saying is, if we anchor the vibration of vibrant vitality and use our smile as a way, as like the DHL equivalent, so we anchor the vibration of vibrant vitality and then DHL it with our smile and swallowing the smile, directing the smile to wherever the discomfort is. That will feed that area with vibrant vitality. And then we just allow it to do its thing. Vibrant vitality is quite a high vibrational frequency. So when you have a high vibrational frequency and quite a significantly higher than the place that it has been directed to, then the low vibe from that space start to get released. Now, it may be that we have an infection, and it may be that we have a surgery or something for whatever reason, and there is pain due to that, and the cells are taking a while to repair themselves. We can still continue to work with this And what it does is it at least starts to remove the pressure from cells around that area that that are not diseased, giving a chance for perfect and rapid healing of the ones that are diseased. Now, it may be that some of you, sometimes some of us may be called to take antibiotics. One, because it is available as a, as a treatment. And secondly, we are not so, attuned with even considering natural sources as antibiotics. So therefore, psychosomatically, even though we have the natural ingredients, they take longer to take effect, because psychosomatically it's like, oh, I really wish I had taken antibiotics, or whatever it might be. Or there may be people around you, how much ever you may believe, people around you might not be believing it, and that delays the impact. Regardless of whatever occurs, you can still use the DHL service of your smile. Anchor the vibration of vibrant vitality, smile. As you anchor it, feel it, swallow that smile, direct it to where you're feeling that discomfort. And I mean, I have worked with this a lot, a lot. And initially it was literally just as something new that I was learning, not knowing that it would actually even work. And those of you who've read my book would know that what happened with me was I had developed cellulitis on my right ankle, just above my right ankle. So that lower part of my leg was completely discolored, completely inflamed, like swollen and hot, as if it was severely infected. And then the doctor said to me that because it is cellulitis, it's a bacterial infection that just sets itself under the skin. And it's sometimes difficult for medication to get there. So it could take anything from 3 to 6 months of being in the hospital. And, okay, I made the choice to go to Bali. The infection subsided. I came off intravenous antibiotic drips, and I was on oral antibiotics. But what I was told was this cellulitis never goes away. Every time you get stressed, it flares up. And I saw that, whilst the infection had subsided, the discoloration was still there. And from time to time, it was true, when I got stressed, it would start flaring up again, but now I knew how to deal with it. And then, of course, 2012 is where I received this Flourishing Codes. And then I started implementing them. And because I was, each of these codes were to do with, came at a time when I was in a period of silence. I had several days to implement that one code. So when I got this, illness is a matter of choice, one, it pissed me off, actually. It didn't matter that I had some spiritual awakenings, but my human form was a little bit pissed off with this. And I was like, how can this be that it's a matter of choice? Why would anyone choose to be ill? I think it is the experience of being ill is what the choice is. We can be, curveballed from time to time. And things happen. Our bodies, our human bodies sometimes can't deal with environmental changes or certain bacterial or viral presences. So that can happen. Now, how long I choose to remain ill, how ill I make myself, is very much a matter of my choice. I realize that. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to take on this challenge, cure myself of cellulitis. This bacteria thing that is still there, it doesn't need to go dormant. It just doesn't need to exist. And the thing is that I would know that it has gone because the discoloration would disappear. And of course, I was doing a combination of, my breathing exercises and and food was quite natural that I was eating. But vast majority of what I believe made a difference to that kind of a illness really was this vibrant vitality. Smile, smile, swallow that smile, and smile again. And I would literally do that, directing those. So when you smile and you swallow that smile, and you just swallow the smile, let's say, you're not directing it anyway, you're just swallowing it. Now you have, and you smile again. This time, it isn't just your mouth that's going up or the eyes that are getting sparkled. Every cell in your being is smiling out. Now you swallow that smile. You've got 124 trillion smiles of swallowing it. Now I do the direction. And I direct it to where I'm feeling the discomfort.
When you're talking about directing it, I also find that if there's any discomfort in your body, and especially if you're in a high vibration, you're on a high vibratory level, and you're getting some discomfort, sometimes it could be your hip, or sometimes if you take your thumb and of course do the smile thing first, because that sounds great, but if you take your thumb and you put it right where you find exactly where the discomfort is originating from, and you take deep breaths and move around in different positions, like stretching at the same time, and intensify the pressure that you're putting on that spot, you're actually directing all the energy, the good energy in your body, right there to that point to heal.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And actually, you don't even need to put pressure if you put it there and you're breathing deeply and you've done the smile thing. So remember the sequence: smile, smile, swallow that smile. Okay, and then you smile again. So when you swallow that smile the first time around, it's going into all your cells. Then you smile again. Now it's 124 trillion smiles. And then you swallow that smile. That's where you direct it.
Okay.
Okay, it's pretty cool. So I really like putting the thumb in that particular area. That's great.
I wish I would have known that years ago when I was healing myself. I mean, I did a good job the other way, but I didn't do the smile thing.
Well, it's great. It's great to know. It's never too late. It's never too late. I mean, there are times where I just use my hand and I'll just put it there. And you will feel it. It's pretty awesome. If you say to yourself, okay, I'm smiling, and you start visualizing 124 trillion smiley faces emerging out of you. And then when you swallow that smile again, as if all of those 124 trillion smiley faces are filled with vibrant vitality. And as a matter of choice, you're directing it to where it is that you're experiencing the. You will find inadvertently a big exhale occurring. You just feel it. You'll exhale because there's stuff, when we feel that discomfort, we do adjust, those nano, micro adjustments, which means that certain parts of our body are tense just because of that discomfort or that niggly pain that may be there, or acute pain that may be there. So, yeah, thank you for sharing that, David. The idea of this particular session is we began with this just to set the scene and actually for you to see how this code can be implemented very practically. This swallow your smile stuff, by the way, I've been doing it with kids as young as 4 years old. I haven't started with Emilio yet, he's still 3, but kids as young as 4. And, Sarah, Cram's daughters, I trained them, so anytime they had any pains or anything like that, they would go, oh, Mynoo's told us to smile. I'm smiling now, and they would swallow that smile and send it to their tummy or send it to their hand or whatever it may be, And it's fine. The parents thought that it was psychosomatic. Well, whatever. If the child is feeling a sense of comfort, that's great.
Whatever works.
Yeah, whatever it actually, delivers. So I'm opening it up. I'm opening it up for any questions that anyone may have. And then let's see how we use the Flourishing Code to answer those questions. So I'm open.
Okay.
Sarah, you had some thoughts, so.
Yeah, I thank you. You had recommended on one of the Thursday calls, I asked about like how could I know that in Mexico I'm in my happy place, and in other places I'm not. And so my question at the time was, how can I internalize my happy place? Like, so that wherever I am, I'm in a happy place.
Okay.
And I like having the hard copy of of any book, and I don't have the hard copy of the Flourishing Code while I'm here in Mexico. So I had it on my computer, and I started going through the different codes and reading through them, and some seemed to me more resonated with me more than others. But then I just kind of stopped. I didn't go any further. I don't know why that was, but it didn't like grab me to start working with one of them. So I wanted to ask you for your guidance about that.
Yes.
I'm not even sure the question about my happy place is really the most important, but it is.
We can take the happy place just so you understand how you can work with the Flourishing Code, right? That's what the book hard copy looks like, and you will get it in the US. So it is definitely available in the US, as Meena has shared her photograph with it today. So let's take your happy place, right? When you, so choose a number from 1 to 121.
111.
111. Okay.
Because originally 11 came to me, and then I thought, well, why not 111?
No. Originally 11 came to you, then 11 is the answer.
Well, it's my birthday. I don't know. I thought of 11. It was
Okay.
simple.
So 11, the code 11, I'm going to read it to you. And then you allow yourself to receive and assimilate this for yourself, and then see how you can apply it to, take your happy place wherever you go. Okay. The code, it says, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Embrace the power of perception to realize your inherent beauty. Let go of self-judgments and comparisons, allowing your true essence to shine. When you behold yourself with love and acceptance, the beauty you desire becomes an integral part of your authentic self. That's the summary of it. That's the gist of this code. Let's look at what the code says. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You are the beholder of the perceptions you hold, and therefore you carry the judgment about how beautiful or not you are. You create inner dialogues about your own beauty. You describe which aspect of you is more beautiful than another part of you. You create comparisons and metrics that measure if something or someone is beautiful or not. You determine the scale of beautifulness. You create the measures, the metrics, the evaluations, and the judgments to establish a standard by which to evaluate your own beauty. You emerge in this story as if it were reality. It is the truth. It is only true if you say so. You only have to step into your truth, and your infinite beauty will shine through. You just embrace who you truly are. Behold, be present, and be prepared to be surprised as the exquisite beauty that you are presents itself to you and to the world outside of you. Allow yourself to receive yourself in this state and accept who you are, and the beauty you most desire will become you. Be you, and you will become full of beauty. That is the true essence of the world beautiful.
Wow. I could see
Wow.
kids at age 3, as young as possible, getting that
Feeling good about
information.
themselves.
knowing how beautiful they are.
So,
Earth.
Sarah, what a perfect answer to your how do I find my happy place where I am? This is like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Really
Right.
your beauty, let go of judgments, let go of evaluations, let go of comparisons.
But
of
then,
any-
so then consciously, is it consciously creating other than whatever my judgments and
Yeah,
paradigms are?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, just imagine, think of the times where you felt infinitely beautiful. What were they like? You know, you felt
Mhm.
happy, right?
Yeah, well, I think even like I think of being in Bali, which actually Dea and you, we were there together. It was so unexpectedly a happy place for me. I totally didn't expect it to be a happy place. But I think if you remember, I was kind of levitating at times like a butterfly, like just like I was happy being lost in the
And
rice
the whole
fields, which
journey,
happened to me one time.
yeah, and the whole journey was all about being you know, being authentically you and embracing yourself. That's what this flourishing code is saying to you. For you to
Okay,
find your
but then when I'm sitting there like today, and kind of resisting for whatever reason, well, because I want, resisting writing my request for meetings because I want the requests to be perfectly crafted. I certainly haven't been in a space of me being me.
correct. And
So
that is
how
where
to shift that, because working
that's
with the code.
yeah, so that's where the disconnect starts to happen. And what it's saying to you is it's detaching you from anything specific and saying, be you, see yourself as the authentic, truthful self, recognize how beautiful you are. Now, when you are being you, any request you are to make, just make the request being you. Now, when you start perfecting it, it's like putting on lots of makeup and this and that, because, you know, we want to feel beautiful as judged by others. You know, and so many times, I know you've done this, miracles, where you sing from the heart, or you've sent an email coming with a request from the heart, and surprising responses have appeared in terms of people, you know, coming back with very positive response, wanting to support you and your cause. So the desire for perfection to what, you know, there's already a judgment and evaluation there. Perfection lies in embracing all imperfections. You know, a jungle is beautiful because it is full of imperfections and we embrace it all. Bali, my God, so higgledy-piggledy, you know, there isn't a decent road and there might be like half the road missing. So you're having to cross over stuff as you're walking, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
And
okay. It's interesting because I can list my happy places. I can say Bali, London,
yeah,
but
so
New York isn't, so I've been wanting to how to create New York as a happy place while I'm there.
so what the fact that you chose 11,
The
Sarah,
fact that I chose what?
you chose code 11, which is about beautiful. It's saying detach yourself from the place, be you, and you will be full of beauty. And when you're full of beauty, you are happy. It doesn't matter where you are. That's what the code is saying.
Okay, got it.
That's what it's saying. Okay.
Okay. It's just what I need. I mean, it's a perfect answer, isn't it? Thank you.
And maybe read the story as well. I haven't read the story here that goes with it. Story of, I think it is Angelina's transformational story. As she
Okay.
implements this code. But you got it. It's basically saying be you. It isn't about New York. It isn't about India or anything like that. It really is about you be you, and you become full of beauty. You're in a happy place, and you enter your happy place wherever you show up, being you. When you are
Right.
not
And that,
you,
yeah.
that's
It's
where the
interesting
happy-
because what comes up for me is flow, right? Is being in the flow
yeah,
of ourselves.
yeah.
You know, can I say something? The
Sure.
more that you love yourself and you really come from that genuine space of loving yourself, the easier it is to get it right the creativity, whatever it is you're working on, to get it right the first time. You don't have to keep perfecting it and all of this. It just comes and flows.
Mm, mm.
Thank you, Sarah.
Okay. Thank
for
you. Thank you.
being,
Thank you.
being the first guinea pig of this work. So now you
My
know, right?
pleasure.
Now, the moment you get the book, right, you can literally go flick the pages and then feel into where you have to stop.
That's what I wanted to do, and I was trying to do it on the computer, and it just
Yeah.
didn't feel the same.
So now you just go into 1 to 121, which number, that number, read it.
Okay.
And really look at the nuance of what's being communicated. My happy place, you associate it with a place. Whereas if you want your happy place to be wherever you show up, it is about you.
Side.
That's
It's about time.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else has any questions or anything that you wish to explore? And let's use the Flourishing Code. Dea, anything that you want to ask? It could be anything, actually. It's really interesting now that I've done this with so many people.
I just love the title of the book. Flourishing. It just feels so expansive. To the next great version of our illuminated selves, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe we can just look at what's the code that is showing up for you to do your illuminating magic. Shall we do that?
Yeah, I'd love that. Sure.
So we'll do the flicking the pages method. Okay. So I'm going to flick the pages and you're just going to say stop.
Stop.
Okay. So this is code number 83. It's the code is presence in fulfillment. Okay. Embrace the power of presence in fulfillment, where the gift of being present is the magic of feeling the full spectrum of your experiences. In practicing presence, you unlock a deep connection to your inner truth, surging into the majestic magnificence your soul is destined to share. Your higher self consciously connected to the expansiveness of your soul. That's the essence of presence in fulfillment. The value of the present is in the fulfillment you feel when you practice being present. You develop the ability to feel the emotions in your experiences. You can just imagine what that could be like when you stroke your pet, touch the face of your child, share a warm hug with a loved one, or kiss your lover. Practice presence and immerse yourself in the experience you're in. This is the gift of presence. Being present becomes your meditation. You connect deeply to people you are present with. And in doing so, a special connection to your inner truth starts to open up, and you emerge into your truth as if by magic. You surge into the majestic magnificence your soul was meant to share with your fellow beings on this beautiful blue-green planet. Practice the gift of presence and rejoice in celebrating your resurgence.
Oh, I love that. How much better can it get? That's good.
The message for you is presence. So when you are in your presence, that is where the illumination takes place naturally.
You've been telling me this forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
that
that's why this happens when you're dancing there. There's nothing else going on in your mind. You're present, and you become the dancing queen, like literally. Wonderful. Presence and
Thank you.
fulfillment. Have you got the book, the Kindle
Not
version?
yet. I'm gonna order it. I can order it on Amazon, right?
Yeah. You can download the Kindle version on Amazon. You'll have to order it as a Kindle version. It's available for as a gift for zero cost now, and the hardback is also available on Amazon in case you want the hardback.
Okay, I'll get my copy. Thank you. Thank you
Sue,
for that.
I just wanted to ask you, I mean, I don't know how you're doing the marketing and all that, but I see this as a great tool for workshop facilitators, for personal development, workshop facilitators, and also for people who are doing personal coaching.
Yes.
For them to have this book as a tool.
Yeah,
so,
it's great. It's a great tool.
Yeah.
Truly, it's a great tool because it also has a self-reflective growth prompts, So as a workshop facilitator, you can use the self-reflective growth prompts for people to work through the code itself for themselves. So yeah. So anybody else? We have lots of time. Yes. Any other question that you wish to, or you just want to know the code for you for today or for this
Yes,
week?
I want to know the code for me.
Of course.
Question to you is, do you want to know the code for you for today or for this next stretch of your journey?
This next stretch of my journey.
Okay. So my guidance is to flick the pages for you.
Okay.
And then you're going to just say stop.
Stop.
Okay. So this one is code 98, and it's called the platitude of solitude. Here's the gist. Break free from the platitude of solitude by understanding that loneliness is a belief, not a reality. Embrace solitude as a powerful choice, tapping into the vast network of soul connections waiting to co-create and enrich your journey. That's the gist of it. Okay. This statement, loneliness kills you, repeated countless times, has lost its significance. Yes, it is true. If that's what you believe and want to happen, if you believe that to be the case, then solitude can and actually enrich you. Nowadays, people often treat loneliness as an illness, similar to how they treat depression. This is the clarification I would like to give, which may help a little. You may feel as if you are alone and have no one to turn to or care for, and that spirals you into no one caring and so on. The reality is this: as a soul, you have been on many journeys and brought with you the experiences, connections, and agreements made in those journeys when you took birth in this lifetime. So if you come from the connection to your spirit and look around, you will find so many soulmates ready, willing, and able to play and co-create this life experience with you. The key is to step into your heart and act with conviction and confidence, realizing the connections you already have with so many of us. As you learn to step into the true essence of who you are, you unblock your innate mastery of relating to people. Then it is a matter of your choice to step into this mastery, magnify your soul, magnetize your soul friends to you, and have the courage to approach them, communicate with them, and connect with them. The first step is to plug into your inner self, knowing that you are never alone, never were, and never will be. Then get your logical head out of the way and allow the connections to flow to you, asking your intuition to support you in recognizing your friends and giving you the perfect words to communicate with them. Be aware that you have so many friends that from time to time, you will want to make a conscious choice to be in solitude and regroup. It's time to exercise solitude as a matter of choice rather than feel like a victim of loneliness. Everything that is happening is a matter of your choice. This time, make the choice for yourself, the choice that is in service of your highest good. The choice to magnetize the perfect people, resources, opportunities, and connections that enrich, nourish, and nurture you in every way, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Make a decision that elevates your spirit even more. You are the master of your universe, and it's time to consciously choose to place your orders to the universe so that it can dutifully deliver them immediately. Step forward and declare your state. Put it into the ground, align your vibrations, and watch the world transform around you.
Oh my
How
God.
sweet.
I don't think I could have written that better myself. That's amazing.
So Helene, this is the message for you for that next leg of your journey.
Nice.
You know, it's like using solitude as a way to regroup so that in this next leg of your journey, you can magnetize the soul friends that you've already made agreements with.
Nice.
What happens is we don't do that. You know, we just keep going. You know, so then that's where the clutter occurs. That's where the fogging happens. And we don't necessarily recognize our soul friends for that moment, for that issue, or for that leg of, like you asked for the next leg of your journey. Practice this code.
Yes. That's so sweet.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I get mine?
Oh, you put yours
Of
there.
course
Okay.
I will.
So for you, for the next leg of your journey,
I got to get mine, otherwise I'd be jealous, and I don't want to. I don't want to tap into that. I want to be positive. Okay, ready.
so for you, I'm getting choose a number from 1 to 121.
36.
36. So let's see.
It's not there.
36. So it's there. It's the 30, the code 36 is grace. Okay. Choose the path of grace, inviting its gentle and powerful activation into your life today. Allow it to purge and release anything and that is not in alignment with your highest good, opening doors to the divine essence within you. That's the gist of the code. Grace, ease, joy, and grace are the way to go. Grace is your special focus today. And for you, for the next leg of your journey. It is a gentle, humble sense, and that is serene, deep, and powerful activator of your terrain. An experience so profound that in its presence, all that is not in service of your highest good gets purged and released to be gently and permanently taken care of by our Mother Earth. Grace is a word that has the sound resonance and vibrational strength to dissolve all conflicts, big and small. Grace unlocks the divine essence within you. Be in your presence, be in divine grace.
Thank you so much. I will.
So when you get the book, you can go and read the story, the transformational story associated with it. But you know what to do already from what I've said. So. Okay, anybody else wants to come forward? We have a few moments left. Any questions, doubts, clarifications? And it doesn't only have to be soul stuff. It could be very practical stuff, you know? Like I had some.
Can you talk about how the book is organized?
Yeah. So the book is organized in such a way. I mean, you know, when I write a book, I always like to get an essence of the book right at the get-go. So what I've done here is, and I also like to get a feel for what effect it has. So I begin the book with Linda's story, actually, that she shared. Linda was a part of a small cohort of pre-readers of the book that gave me their inputs. And she shared a very beautiful story of implementing one of the flourishing codes. Linda, you're here, so maybe you might want to just talk about it a little bit. So the book begins with her story.
It begins, I'm trying to unmute myself.
No, you're
trying to unmute.
You're unmuted. You're not on video, so I can't spotlight you.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I got like technically.
There you are.
I'm like so far behind.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Well, first of all, I was blessed to be a pre-reader of your beautiful book, and actually, I was on a cruise. I was hired to be on a cruise, and I took the book with me with love and joy, and you had said prior to this, you said it's a very fast read and you can go through it like that. It wasn't a fast read for me. I absorbed every word. I highlighted it. I poor little papers were like a mess when I was finished. And the interesting thing for me was that every single chapter, it hit home on different levels for me. And it was an opening, not only a flourishing, but there was this enormous opening of my heart, honestly, that I could not put it down. I could not, because everyone, even though each thing was different, it still resonated on a human level. It was like we're all in this human soup together. And I think we all resonated. We will resonate when they all read the book, that everything appeals to you on a different cellular level. And that's what it was for me. It was cellular. It wasn't just reading a book, because I've read and digested the B book. It's pathetic. It's poor little thing is tired. But this one was so different because it takes you so inward and so it touches, I swear, the cells. And even after my son died, and there was just like, I felt very fragile. And the book itself, The Flourishing Code, and I felt like I was on a trampoline. I had touched bottom and was rising up. And the book just took me up And I hit so many levels of my own life, my own persona, my own personal growth. And it just, I mean, it's bringing tears to my eyes talking about it, because it was like the perfect antidote for where I was right now and beyond. And I think, you know, it was, like I said in the review, whatever, I said, it's the truth of who we are. It absolutely is the truth. It's like in this humanness of all of us. We're all searching. We've all got stories. We all have this humanness that you have magically, in your own beautiful Mynoo way, you have put tape, you put Scotch tape on all the little chapters, all the nuances, and the beauty of who you are resonates through every single page. It's beyond, it's so beautiful.
Gratefully received, Linda. That was the journey I went through with the codes. And I think that's where it is cellular, because I'm communicating something that made a cellular shift within me. So thank you for actually, receiving it in its fullness.
Well, it was beyond. I didn't know what to expect. It just was beyond. And it was so perfect. The timing was perfect. And I think for everyone who gets this delicious book, the timing will be perfect, because each one of us will get the nuggets that we need.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing this.
Please, I could go on and on. But thank you. Thank you for the beautiful book. Thank you.
Thank you. So David and Helene, the book actually begins with Linda's story, and then it has a few comments from other readers. And then I go into where it came from. And no, actually, I go into the Flourishing Codes at a glance. Because I like to read books like that, where at a glance I can get a sense of what's in it. And choose to dip in and out if I wish to. I talk about who are the people in my life that have contributed, who I acknowledge, because this work has been, it's come from 2012, and then where it came from, and how you can use the book, and what pitfalls you avoid in terms of working with this body of work. And then I go into the codes. For each code, what I have is a summary that gets that essence of the code out. And sometimes there are people who are new and they're quite happy to just simply read the essences, and other times what I'm seeing is some people read the essence, or they will just read the transformational story and then decide whether they want to or not. So each code has the essence, the code itself, a transformational story of someone who's implemented the code, and then it has some self-reflective prompts that people can work with. So you can literally, do this, take a code a week or something if you wish, or if you have a very particular situation, then you can literally, ask that question and use your own intuitive guidance to choose a number from 1 to 121 if you have a Kindle version. Otherwise, you do flick the pages and then you choose the one that you're drawn to, and allow yourself to really be with that particular code and see the nuances. Literally, heaven is what lies in the nuances. Heaven is what lies in the detail as you work with these codes. So they will resonate at different levels, like Linda says. And as you work with it, you will uncover the code that is for you, where it literally, that code puts you in your highest self. It really merges you with your higher self. But that can take a while of working with this book. So that's how the book is organized.
Like a modern day Bible, except you don't have to look for the message. It's just right there.
Yeah, it begins with a message. Yes, and the story illustrates it, as opposed to reading the story and deciphering the message. So that it begins with the message.
Lovely.
Very exciting. Very, I got chills.
Thank you. So I can just take one more question, and then it'll be time for us to finish our session for this time around. Does anybody else have anything that they wish to ask? Mary Catherine, anything showing up for you? Prema, my gosh, you're awake at this hour. She's in Switzerland. I'll be joining you next week around this time when I do this session.
Are you going to be
Okay.
going on a book tour?
Not yet. I will soon, but right now I'm going to have a little vacation with my grandkids in Germany.
But is that in the cards to go to different countries to promote the book?
Yes. So in November, I'm coming. So October, I'm going to Europe, to a few places in Europe. November, I'm actually coming to the US. So that is there. That is on the cards. In September, I'm actually doing this region, the MENA region, so Middle East, Saudi Arabia, those sort of places. And every month, India is there because I'm the work with the students is going well. We have a program called the Flourishing Leaders of the World, FLOW, in education. And Dea, you're here. Everything that I teach the Federation leaders, I'm teaching students. So it's super exciting to watch these kids emerge as amazing leaders. Very beautiful. You know, there's a whole body of work that I've done on anxiety, right? We've got a few nuggets of wisdom, pearls of wisdom on anxiety. So I have 7 pathways to transform anxiety into awesomeness. And these students come in with their major anxieties and they learn these pathways, you know, and then I see them, I get them to do a play, you know, so there will be, usually in the room, there might be 150 to 300 or so students. And I divide the groups up into, 20, 25 students each, and they create a series of skits of different anxieties where they are implementing these pathways and they put on a show of converting that into awesomeness. So it's, so that's something that I'm doing in India. It's really lovely. So I keep doing that in India. Those are the travel plans for now. So
That's
we
great.
are.
Wonderful.
So over to you, David and Helene, to summarize our session today. And let's complete it.
I want to mention that I loved what you just said about the play, that you're dividing all these people and they're moving from anxiety to awesomeness, because that's the kind of work that I have done, of course, with improvisation. And we could definitely use that same thing with the students that we're working
Yeah.
with, at-risk students, which is hard to think that they would get to the awesomeness.
Especially with the
Yeah.
anxiety.
The anxiety.
They have a lot of anxiety, these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they're being pulled, from the gangs over here to the people that want them to go in a positive place.
And the gun violence that they're introduced to and part of.
But anyway,
Yeah.
as far as the today's session, it's just,
it was lovely to go through.
It's much different than normally when you go into a particular thing. You're like, like internalizing different parts of the body, or different things like that. Because this book is really a summary of like how to live your life,
takes the B book to a new level.
Yeah.
Definitely. But you know, I can't wait to get the hardcover. We're gonna order it, and
We have the
And-
Kindle.
yeah, we have the
Yeah.
Kindle, but we want to get. It's much easier to have that and to use it when we work with these kids. We're gonna, you know,
Yeah.
we had these value cards, virtue cards, they're called, which are amazing.
Yeah.
Similar kind of things, but this book takes even that to a
To
whole
another
nother
level,
level.
yeah.
So I'm very excited to get the book itself.
The
But
hard.
Thank-
congratulations, like I said when we first spoke earlier. Congratulations. This is, you know, I hope billions, millions, hundreds of millions of people get this book.
And it's all about radiating vitality. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
get us,
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
get us to that thriving place.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your blessings and your presence in my life, really. It enables me to bring forth the bodies of work that the divine wishes to, you know, bring forth through me. And it's my privilege and pleasure to be able to be there of service.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mynoo. And
Thank you for
thank
doing
you
this
for
work.
all the years through COVID, and you know, you're always there. Your presence is
Appreciate it.
more than a presence is amazing. So thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
love you guys.
Lovely.
you.
Love you, everyone. Thank you. Namaste.
Bye.
Love, namaskar.
Bye-bye.
Bye.